Good morning and welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog. I am running around like a crazy person trying to finish up everything for the party today. So today I am hosting my 4th annual Go Wild brunch. So let's rewind a little bit. If you don't know what Go Wild is, it is an annual planner conference held by Wild for Planners, the Facebook group Planners Gone Wild. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite weekends, if not, depending on how the rest of the year goes, my favorite weekend of the entire year. And 4 years ago, when it was brand new, nobody had really ever met in person. It was sort of like the first time that people were doing something like this. And so I thought that it would be nice for anybody who lived in the New York area to get together and meet before the event happened. So I scheduled a little New York pre-Goes Wild brunch at my apartment. And that year, 4 years ago, there were like 7 of us. Is that right? It was so small. It was awesome. That was the only one that was at my old apartment. It was so intimate and great, and I loved it. And I've continued it ever since. So the second year, I can't quite remember how many we had, maybe 15 or so. And then last year, it got a little bit crazy. We had almost 30, and I have a patio, and I had intended for people to use the patio. So I thought, oh, it's gonna be fine if there's that many people there. And then it was like this crazy, weird, cold day in April, and we couldn't use the patio because it was freezing. And so we were a little cozy in my apartment last year. This year, the weather is supposed to hold up, and we should be able to use the patio, although it is still drizzling. So I had to rearrange my plans for this morning, like tidying the patio and wiping down the chairs and all that. Getting that ready was supposed to be earlier on my list today, but given that it's still drizzling, I am going to run the errands that I need to run first. So first stop is the grocery store. Mostly just, they're the only ones that are open right now. The liquor store hasn't opened yet. I need to swing by the party supply store up here for one last thing. They're not open yet. And I thought there was one more errand. I was gonna drop stuff off at Goodwill, but like on my way out, but I realized it was the opposite direction, and that is not a priority. That does not have to get done before the party. So Goodwill got pushed to tomorrow. Okay, so I am seeing this in person for the first time, and I just need you to understand how big it is. So here's my head, and here's the mild liner. What's the shop name again? Simply Me Quiche. I will link it. I've been dying to buy one of these. Look how freaking big it is compared to my head. You can fit so much, so many things in here. When I saw the picture on Instagram, I thought this was the size of like the mild liners, not like this big. I mean, I guess I could look at measurements, but anyways, just for scale, in case you're curious. What a day. Holy moly. This is just still one of my favorite days ever. I love just spending time chatting about planners and about Go Wild and just getting excited with everybody who lives here. The aftermath isn't too bad. I do have some cleaning up to do, but right now I'm just sitting on the couch for a minute and resting my feet. But we had a wonderful day. The weather was gorgeous, so we hung out outside. And I mean, the patio is still not done or cleaned, but it doesn't matter. That wasn't the point. I kept trying to remind myself, like, I'm just, as I try to like make sure the apartment's clean and everything's perfect, like that's not what it was about. It wasn't about having this like perfectly hosted party. It was about spending time with women who are also, into stickers and really excited about Go Wild. So, I mean, people pulled out their planners, and it was so much fun. So I had a blast. I think I'm going to power through and clean before I do anything else. My plan was to clean the patio after this, and I was motivated. There was a point where we were spending time out there, and I was like really motivated, and I might do it a little bit. We'll see. I'm going to clean up the inside of the apartment first, because that's only fair to Sam that I clean up the inside, and then we'll see how my motivation is doing, and I might try and tackle the outside a little bit too. All right, secret whispering, because Sam went to bed. I did not end up cleaning the patio today, but I did organize my washi. I'll show you tomorrow. It's 1 a.m. But the Spurs freaking won game 1. I'm so happy right now. It is a gorgeous Sunday here in the city. It is sort of just like the perfect weather to walk outside with no jacket. You're not hot, you're not cold, but the sun's not out, which is, I mean, in my opinion, is part of the reason why it's not so hot. But anyways, I am running a couple errands. I just dropped some stuff off at Goodwill. I just dropped off my Rent the Runway at UPS. And I love going in. The UPS is here in the city. Whenever you walk in with a Rent the Runway bag, like, they know exactly what's going on. One time I walked into one and there was a stack of like 4 or 5. It was kind of funny. So anyways, and now I'm gonna go to a coffee shop. I haven't decided yet actually if I'm gonna go to the cute one I really like or to Starbucks, because they actually have Wi-Fi unlike the cute one. I'm gonna finish up my last week of productivity boot camp. I am gonna watch a webinar that I've been meaning to watch, and then I'm gonna edit tomorrow's video, which as of the time that the vlog goes up, like, that video will have been long since passed. So if you haven't checked out, it is tips for Go Wild. I got some of my friends yesterday at the brunch to share some of their tips, so I'm excited about that video. And then I'm headed to a yoga class, which I'm excited about. It's like a restorative yoga, so it's about like the relaxation, not necessarily the like fitness aspect of it. And then I need to film a plan with me for this week and plan out my week. Although I did like a pretty thorough pre-plan of my week with sticky notes, so like I feel good, like I know what's happening this week, but I need to get the stickers down and get it filmed. And then it's time for Game of Thrones. Oh my god. I've been listening to a podcast that I have loved for a long time. It's called Binge Mode. I listened to them like a year or two ago, where they basically analyzed every episode of the entire show, like every single one. And they've been doing a lot of like pre stuff for the new season, where they talk about, you know, what they want to see, what they're excited about, what they want to know, what are their predictions, answering some questions, blah blah blah. So I just actually, while I was walking, finished listening to their most recent one, which is 7 things that we like need to know or we want to know in season 8. So I'm just so excited. All right, yoga class was awesome. It's been a long time since I took like a restorative yoga focused on the relaxation aspect as opposed to strength. I usually am a pretty avid power yoga goer, and I really, there's like a keyboard on that stoop. I almost wanted to take it. It's kind of strange. Anyways, I just really enjoyed the relaxation aspect of it, especially on a Sunday evening. It's kind of exactly what you need to like get over like Sunday night. Sometimes kind of sucks. I mean, we have Game of Thrones, so like at least we have that going for us now to get us through the next 6 Sundays. But like normally Sunday evenings are not the greatest. So to take this class, it was just so relaxing. If you've never taken like a restorative yoga, and I don't know if all of them are this way, but the place that I go here, you have like 8 billion props. You got blankets and pillows and blocks and bands and all kinds of things. And the purpose is that you go into the same kind of pose, but you support yourself really heavily, really strong, lots of support, so that you're not worried about the strength of holding the pose, that you're more focused on the relaxation aspect of the pose, and not even like trying to get the most stretch either. Like he's like, I don't care if you have to stack up 3 or 4 blocks, like I just want you to hold that pose and feel relaxed in it and not feel like it's a workout. That's not the point. So anyways, it was really awesome. He was really great. And then there was a juice press next door I forgot about, and I couldn't help myself. Oh my god, so good. I have to tell you, so earlier I was texting with my mom, my brother, we like a Game of Thrones group chat, and we were talking about tonight, and my mom is like trying to get home, but there's snow in Chicago, so she is having trouble getting home from being out of town, and she was like, I don't even know where my Game of Thrones shirt is. And I was like, I don't even own any like Game of Thrones like paraphernalia. And I was like, I just wear like a Harry Potter shirt. That's close enough. There's a lot of overlap. Like, you know, Filch, Frey. Why can't I think of the wildling's name? Tonk's character. Anyways, there's a lot of, like, there's enough overlap, right? I'll just wear a Harry Potter shirt and it'll be just fine. And my brother goes, that doesn't sound legit. And then I proceeded to tell him every character that overlaps between Game of Thrones and Harry Potter. And the one I did not know about, because when I tell you, it's a voice, so there's no way to actually know. Like, there was no way to know that it was the same person without Googling it. Are you ready? Grand Maester Pycelle is the voice of Aragog. What? Like, that just blew my mind. The rest of them, there were some like minor characters, like they were minor in one of them that I didn't know because like, I've watched both of them a lot, but not enough to recognize like random woman in crowd from one of them. Regardless, I'm a huge nerd and all the things, and my mom was like, just go to the HBO store right now and go buy a shirt, because this conversation happened at like 1 p.m. And I was like, that is not on my agenda today. I have plans today that do not include going all the way to the HBO store. It's not that close to my apartment. So maybe at some point this season, I will go to the HBO store and get something. But they also probably, like, yeah, I could get it right then, but they probably mark it up so much that I'm much better off going to like the internet, and I'll get something much cheaper and probably slightly more creative. Plan With Me is filmed, and it is 7:42. So now I have like about an hour to clean this up, shower, eat some dinner, and then I'm gonna head over to my friend's. She lives like literally 2 doors down, and she was like, we should watch it together. So Sam and I are gonna go over there in our pajamas to watch Game of Thrones with her. We had talked about doing like some sort of drinking game, but I'm still trying to like take it easy in the month of April. So I probably will just make some tea and take that with me. Okay, so I've talked about this before in relation to black tea, but so when I'm at work, I will put my tea in this cup and make it, and then I will move it into another cup in order to add milk and sugar. I'm debating right now if I do the same thing with honey. So I want to make some tea to take to my friends to watch Game of Thrones, and I'm making an herbal tea. It's called Avada Kedavra. I don't have any Game of Thrones themed tea, but I thought Harry Potter was close enough. So I'm gonna make it in my teeny cup for sure, but then I'm not sure if like adding honey around the tea leaves is okay. The other reason I do it with black tea is that if I want to make more, then I haven't like tainted the cup with milk and sugar. But I don't think I'm gonna make more. Like, I think I'm only gonna have 1 cup. So I think I'm just gonna do the same cup and not switch cups. Tea, water. So I'll let it steep for a second, but then I want to put the honey in there while it's still hot so that it can melt, right? But see, I feel weird putting the honey on top of the tea like that, but all right, I think it's gonna be okay. It's not. Yeah, it's kind of like going through it. So I'll stir that a little bit. Perfect. Okay. I am also I'm literally bringing 3 drinks over to my friends. So I'm bringing tea, and then I'm bringing water. I moved back into my Yeti my Yeti with a straw. I've been using this Yeti from Jenny Craig that they sent me without a straw while I've been recovering from my wisdom teeth, but I'm back into straw land, so I'm gonna take this with me. I haven't quite finished my smoothie yet, and then my tea. A little bit extra, perhaps. Okay, one more step. So I've realized this before. Some of these teas from Grimoire, which is the tea place I really like, the pieces are so small that the teeny cup strainer actually doesn't contain them. Can you see that? So what I've been doing, I'll let this steep for a second. I've been pouring them through the strainer that goes with my teapot because these holes are much smaller. I'm gonna let this steep for maybe like 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna pour this tea through the strainer into this cup so that I don't have to drink those little tiny pieces. I should have looked at the tea a little bit closer. That's like the one downfall. I do love those teas and the teas taste great, but that's like the one downfall of this teeny cup is in less, like, I mean, the holes are pretty small. Like if you're using normal tea leaves, it's fine. But some of these teas from Grimoire have like super tiny, tiny pieces.
Should I turn off the light?
I was like ready to film the theme song, and then this stupid commercial came on.
So we have a really great theme song that we sing.
There's lyrics to the theme song.
And by lyrics, I mean it's
pretty
easy.
There's 3 words.
I'm so excited.
And at some point, about who you are.
What is this?
Some show that paid a lot of money to come on.
A lot of money. Oh my gosh. Yes, you're so right. Wow. Oh my
You ready?
God, here we
You
go.
ready for this? You ready for
You
this
just let it go
song?
for 3 seconds before you start singing. Okay. You can sing now.
Stones, Game of Thrones, Stones, Game of Thrones, Stones, Game of Thrones, Stones, 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 Game of Thrones, Stones, Game of Thrones.
All right, I had plans to run a couple of errands after work, and as I was like getting off the subway and about to go run my errands, Jeanette from Planners Gone Wild, Wild for Planners, called me, and we finalized a couple of things that resulted in me needing to do a little bit of work and get something posted in Planners Gone Wild. If you are not in Planners Gone Wild, the Facebook group, you should join, because we are currently doing a voting for cities for the next Go Wild conference. So join the Facebook group. By the time this vlog goes up, the initial voting where you can nominate any city that you want will be over, but we will still be voting on the bracket that is created from all of the nominated cities. So I went home, I got that post up, ready to go. Now I'm headed back out to run those 2 errands. Okay, I say errands, they're like both really fun things. I'm going to Lush to get a gift for somebody, and then I'm going to Ulta to get some things for myself for my upcoming trips. So it's not really errands. Also, forgot to grab my jacket. It's a little bit cold. It's not terrible. Like, I can walk fast, it'll be okay, but I'm a little bit cold. Finally,
got the Spurs game up. It took me for freaking ever. I had this problem the other night too, and I actually never defeated it the other night. I ended up just calling it a night and going to bed. Tonight, I was determined, that was a great rebound, to get this thing figured out. So the problem is, if you follow me, I canceled cable, and because most of the stuff I don't watch, and I pay for NBA League Pass, which gets me all the regular season games, but it doesn't get me games that are on primetime channels, even though I feel like if it's on NBA TV, then... Okay, my phone died while I was telling you this story, so now we're back up and running. Anyways, because it's on primetime, I can't watch it with my NBA League Pass. Luckily, my parents are wonderful, and I have their login. But my parents, I have Time Warner, Spectrum, whatever, for my internet. And so, like, all my stuff is linked up to that. My parents have the same thing. They have Spectrum, Time Warner. And so, let's start with, so Tuesday, you see up here in the corner where it says Spectrum? So on Tuesday, when I would go to NBA TV on my computer like this, the button that says, like, log in with your provider, I would click on it and nothing would happen. Okay, so then I moved to my phone. And on my phone, I downloaded the NBA app, and it tried to auto log me in with my Spectrum account, which is only internet, not TV. And so I had to like undo all the passwords and whatever in order to put my parents' password in. And then I finally got my parents like logged into the NBA app. And then when I would click on the actual game, the app would like shut down and break down. And I tried deleting it and re-downloading it, and I just ended up giving up on Tuesday night's game. Tonight, when I went to NBATV.com and I clicked on the login with your provider button, it worked and it was great. And it like wanted me to click my provider and whatever. I was like, oh, it's gonna work. So I click on Spectrum, and of course it auto logs in with my Spectrum account. And it tells me you don't have cable, like this isn't gonna work. Oh, that was awesome. So, okay, fine. So I like delete all of my login passwords from all the things. I even go into incognito mode and like try that. It still doesn't work. It still auto logs me into my Spectrum account. So finally I started Googling, and Google told me that it's because I'm also linked to my Spectrum internet, and it's picking up on that. So they said, go on your phone's hotspot for a second, then go incognito, then try and log in, and then it should work. And it totally did, and I finally have the Spurs game, and they are winning, although they were up a lot the other night and ended up blowing it, so I'm not getting my hopes up. And it is Thursday, so I'm kind of like, well, if I end up staying up a little bit later to watch this game, I will, especially since I watched 0 of Tuesday's game.
The Spurs won last night. It's Friday. Like, it's kind of nice outside. I still wore my spring coat, even though I don't really think I need it, but I don't have tights on. It's gorgeous. It's pretty good. Life's pretty good right now. And I'm headed out a little early because I'm going to stop by the Rent the Runway store. So I talk about Rent the Runway Unlimited. Most of the time I use my 4 pieces for work clothes unless I have a special occasion. Well, Go Wild is a very special occasion, and I want to make sure the pieces that I'm renting for Go Wild are like the best ones, like the ones that I love the most. And so I've been sort of ordering pieces that are out of my norm to try them on, and so that I can pick the ones that I like the best for Go Wild. So I have 2 things that I got delivered yesterday that I tried on that just didn't work. One, actually it looks so cute on, but it's way too low cut in the back for a bra, for a normal bra. And like, I'm sorry, I am too old to be wearing dresses that need like a non-type of normal bra. I'm not about that life anymore. And then the other one was just a smidge too tight, and it was white. So I was like, that kind of dress must not be that tight. So normally I just drop things off at UPS, and it takes like a day to register. Like if I dropped it off this morning, it would definitely be registered at the warehouse by tomorrow. But they're closed on weekends, kind of. I mean, they're not, you can order stuff, but you can't, like if it got to the warehouse tomorrow morning, I couldn't order something to be delivered Saturday or Sunday. It wouldn't be able to come until Monday. Versus if I go to the store right now, it's not on my way to work, but it's not that far from my office. If I go drop these 2 pieces off at the store, they'll automatically register, and then I'll be able to get some new stuff that will get delivered today. And then I could try those new things on today and decide if I like them. So anyways, those, if they work, I'll keep them. If they don't, I can drop them back off and still get stuff delivered on Monday. So it adds like a whole nother rotation of trying stuff if I stop by the store this morning. So that's where I'm going. So you also, yeah, you can try stuff on in the store and rent stuff from the store. I have tried it twice and haven't had luck either time, mostly because the stuff they just carry in the store, it's just not for my body type. Curvy. I am kind of like, I'm not short. I'm like medium height, but my body is weirdly proportioned. Like my torso is much longer than my legs. Like my mom is 4 inches shorter than me. We stand next to each other. Our legs are the same height. Like I have 4 inches in torso on her. So I just have kind of a weird body. And the stuff that they carry is like super trendy, and that's not the stuff that works for me. So I am not gonna, plus I don't have time, I'm trying to go to work. So I'm not gonna stop and like try stuff on in the store. I'm just gonna get these things registered. And then while I'm walking back to the office, I'm gonna pick some new stuff to order. Feeling a little rough today. I didn't really freshen up after boot camps, didn't have any meetings. Hi Charlie, do you want to be in this clip? Okay, so I just got home from work. We actually have an early dismissal today for the holidays, something that New York Life does sometimes, where they will let you go like an hour or two early on long weekends or holiday weekends, just to, they say, get the holiday started. And I feel like they've never done this weekend before, and like Easter weekend, or is it because it's Passover, or it's because it's both? Like I wonder if because Good Friday and the first night of Passover fell on the same day this year that they decided to just do it. I don't know. I feel like we've never gotten it on this weekend before. It's usually just like Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, Christmas, and New Year's. Anyways, so I'm already home and I was working on my packing list. So I am going both to Pittsburgh next weekend for my brother's college graduation. Oh my God, what? So I am the oldest of 9. I feel like I've talked about that before. And my closest sibling to me is 6 years younger than me. And we're also probably the closest in general, not even just because of age, but we have very similar personalities. And I just feel like we get along really well. And so to see him graduate college and like to be an adult is just going to be so weird. So anyway, so that's my first trip. Then I'm home for 2 days, 3 nights, but 2 days. And then I'm going to Vegas for Go Wild. So I started working my packing list today, and I had this like idea that, I don't know, it seems a little bit ridiculous and over the top, but like I think it might really work for me. One of the things about me is that I don't like to drink room temperature water. I like my water to be super duper cold, and I drink a lot of water. And so I will take my Yeti cup, my big Yeti cup with me pretty much anywhere I go when I travel. Even if I'm going to something like Go Wild, I'm going to take my Yeti cup with me so that I can fill it up with water and have my cup with a straw. I am also a huge straw person, and I like that it has a straw. I'm definitely going to drink more water through a straw than I am out of like a water bottle with a twist top or whatever. But the problem with those kinds of cups is then when I'm on the airplane, I can't put water in it and then like hold it properly without the water spilling or whatever. And then I like have to babysit my cup, or I can't put water in that cup. When I got my wisdom teeth out, you're not allowed to use a straw. So what I did was I put the coffee cup style lid on my Yeti so that I was forced to drink. So I was still like drinking from my cup, but I wouldn't use a straw. So I was like, I was drinking it. You know what I mean? It's like a plastic coffee. Okay, let me get it. Hold on. Okay, let me show you in the kitchen. So here's my Yeti this is like what I drink from every day. Straw, my little gizmo. I talked about this in a favorites video. So when I got my wisdom teeth out, I just realized that this might not work. Okay, I might have to order something to make this work. Okay, anyways. So when I got my wisdom teeth out, I used this cup, this is the cup that Jenny Craig sent me, but it's got this kind of lid, like a coffee cup kind of lid, so that I would just drink out of it. This is the kind of lid I need for the airplane, so things don't fall out, and then I can pack the straw lid and use it later. But I just realized that I only have the straw size lid for the big cup, and they're not the same size. And I have the coffee style lid for this size, Yeah, and I don't have a straw size lid. So I either need to buy the coffee cup size lid for the big Yeti or the straw size lid for the little Yeti. Even at work, I have a medium and a small one, and they're all, actually one of them is like the one that doesn't even close, which is fine for work because it's just sitting at my desk. Okay, anyways, so I like my idea though of using a lid like this to travel and be able to put water in my cup on the plane, but then packing this lid and the straw so that when I get to wherever I'm going, I can convert my cup to have a straw. I just need to figure out which size I'm gonna order. Okay, here is my planner for over the weekend. When I did my plan with me last week, I didn't quite finish up the planning for the weekend because I needed some time to sort of figure it out a little bit. And I finished doing that. And then I had taken the sticker sheets, so all of these sticker sheets, with me to work. And I had a little bit of downtime in a boring meeting. And so I went ahead and put the stickers down while I was at work, and then I put the sticky notes back on top of them. But I didn't want to write anything in until I added sort of the like more decorative kind of qualifier stickers. So now I'm back at home and I'm gonna see if I can dig for some of my stickers. I mentioned this in all my plan with me's that I sort of have recently rearranged my stickers, and it makes things really, really hard to find. Like I don't know where anything is. Okay, so here's like where the YouTube stickers are. So I didn't end up writing in last night. I worked on my May YouTube schedule. Today, I actually have a call with somebody. Do I have any phone stickers? I feel like I got rid of all my phone stickers because I actually never talk on the phone. Oh, actually, wait, here, I have some. These are really, really old ones from Scribble Prints. Let's see what kind of matches the best here. Let's do this one. Yeah, that works. And then Sam and I are going to a Seder. Okay, I just went and dug up my Hanukkah stickers to see if there was any sort of generic anything I could use, and there's not. So I'm gonna look for a wine sticker because that is a lot of Seder. There's a lot of wine to be had. So I'm gonna use these guys to mark that. Alrighty. Okay, so tomorrow morning I'm going to work on editing the vlog, this vlog right here. And then during the day when Sam is at work, I'm going to film a video. So the video I was actually going to film tonight, if you watched my plan with me, I was going to film the video tonight. Forgot that it was the first night of Passover because the Seder we originally had planned sort of fell through. And so I didn't really know what was happening. And Sam took forever to figure out what the plans are, but he finally figured it out. And we're going to like a community Seder. Like it's a bunch of people we don't know. And then here, I'm gonna dye my hair, which I don't know if I really have a sticker for. I think I might just write that in. And then the Spurs game is at 5:30. So let's see if this is too big. Oh, you know what? I might use the logo one. I made these logo ones myself because, I mean, a shop can't sell this sticker. Okay, and then in the evening, I'm gonna work on my power sheets. I'm not gonna use a sticker to mark that. Okay, I did almost all of Sunday and realized that it wasn't filming. My phone had overheated. That is such a problem when it gets warmer outside when I film with my phone. Anyways, I'm gonna do some filming on Sunday. I'm trying to get a lot of filming done in advance because I am gonna be out of town a lot, and then I'm gonna edit a video, and then I'm gonna do the analytics class from Gia from Marriage and Motherhood. Cindy talked about it over on her channel, and I decided to buy it with Cindy's code, and I'm gonna work on that on Sunday. Also, the sticky notes kind of left some residue on my stickers, so fun fact, don't use the Erin Condren sticky notes on top of stickers. It doesn't turn out well. And then Sunday night is Game of Thrones. I forgot to mark that in my last plan with me when it first came back. And I originally, in this plan with me, used a TV sticker because there was one in the kit, but I changed it because I want to use one of my Game of Thrones stickers, which I need to find. I don't know where they are, but I'd gotten these cute Game of Thrones stickers from the Coffee Monster Co. Of course, now I cannot freaking find them. Where are they? If I was a dragon sticker. Oh, I found it. So she made these little dragon sticker, these little like dragon and Khaleesi stickers. How cute are these? Okay, so we'll do the gray dragon. Oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, perfect. Now it's time to go write it all in. So let me know in the comments below if you like seeing this as part of a weekly vlog, or are you like, no, Laken, I watch vlogs to watch vlogs. Please don't work on your planner in your vlog. Add it as part of the next week's plan with me, or just show me the final result later on Instagram or whatever it is. So let me know in the comments kind of how you feel about this. We're trying it out. All right, that is how my weekend is gonna turn out. I have a couple more minutes and then until this call starts, and then that sort of kicks off my weekend. It's a busy weekend, but given that the next 2 weekends I'm out of town, I am excited to check some things off of my to-do list. All right, Sam and I are headed to Seder, and I'm gonna close out this week's weekly vlog here because
Chag Sameach.
it's gonna be a long night. I mean, there's 4 glasses of wine, and it doesn't start till 8:30, so by the time we're done, it's gonna be pretty late. So I'm gonna close it out here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. I got some of my friends yesterday. Is there something in my teeth? No. Oh, shoulder. What was I gonna say? Where was I going with this? So if I go drop these 2 pieces off at started working my packing list today, and I had a crazy idea. Not crazy. This is a really strange angle. What are you looking at? Oh, the ice cream place. Oh, I love that place. Oh, there's no more scaffolding. Yeah, we've never seen it without scaffolding. Thank you.